Oh, hello. Hey, everybody. Joe missed his cue.
Good afternoon. I wasn't missing my cue. I was trying to put my P's and Q's together. Here we are again, coming at you, show number 10. But we have some news. Since we don't have much of a following, nobody emails us, nobody texts us, nobody calls us.
It's kind of a sad day for the Joe and Joe Show, the fledgling Joe and Joe Show.
We're going to cash it in. Everything must go.
Yeah, we're selling all this equipment that you see in front of us. Yeah, it's all got to go. All our mics and
life goes on.
You know, hell, we might even sell my speakers.
What can I say? But
April Fools! If you thought we were going anywhere, dude, you're totally wrong. We're not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere.
Never give up.
Now you can't get rid of us.
Coming at you, hottest topics north of the tropics. Local, national, worldwide, globally, what do you want to say? The review, we have a lot to talk about. Within 1 week, within 1 day, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, dude, I think we were getting like updated news the last show while we were still doing the show.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Right. News coming in. Anyway, to review locally, LSU basketball took a dive against Michigan State.
It did. And they could have been in that game if they'd have had their coach.
Well, yeah, but Michigan State started out fast, and I think they're going to take it all, with the Final Four being next weekend with Michigan State, Auburn, first-timer, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Texas T, and the Virginia Cavaliers, the number 1 seed.
Yeah, now that old Dookie's out, and thank God Duke and Gonzaga are out, I don't want to see the same teams in there. It's like watching Alabama and Clemson in the CFP every year. Dude, it gets old. You don't want to see it anymore.
Good segue. We're going to talk about spring football between the top finalists of the Final Four of last year's CFP. We're going to talk Venezuela. We can't forget about that. That's getting worse by the minute.
Yeah, it really is. And now the Russians are involved, which I told you,
China
if you listen to the Joe and Joe Show, then you'd have known all this stuff. See, and I caught people talking out there wazoo. Oh, well, the United States isn't doing things. Oh, you're wrong. Oh, well, Venezuela doesn't have any oil. I was like, dude, did you just say that?
And then Russia's there.
Yeah, Russia's there.
Right.
Now, everybody knows, dude, everybody knows what this is all about. It's all about the mineral wealth. It's all about the oil of Venezuela. You got 3 superpowers all vying for control over Venezuela, okay? Now, this is the first time since the 60s.
Okay.
I'm going to finish it out. Hold on, wait.
Okay.
This is the first time since the 60s that Russia and China have had anything to do in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, and I believe they're just there for show. But anyway, we're going to get to Venezuela, that hot topic, and the Cannabis Minute. We forgot it last show, or ran out of time, but don't forget, we have some information on that. Plus, we're going to get to MLB, started out earnest this past weekend, and we're going to give our World Series picks, or who I think is going to get the World Series. But anyway, we got a loaded show. Spring football is going on right now with spring games within the next couple of weeks. Nationally,
I'm anxious to see. What Oklahoma does with Jalen Hurts, because we all know that Baker Mayfield and both Kyler Murray had good arms and accuracy, and Jalen Hurts, that good arm. He's got a good arm, but that accuracy remains to be seen. So I think Lincoln Riley could even tweak that offense a little bit. But you know what? The Big 12 and Jalen Hurts and Oklahoma with that new defensive coordinator, I think we'll be in the CFP again. It's early prediction. I'll tell you right now.
That's right.
Oklahoma's going to make the CFP. 2019 CFP, 2020 CFP, Oklahoma's going to be there.
Everybody's loaded for the spring with returning starters and great recruiting classes. But anyway, that's all going to come about within the next 25, 30-minute segments. So...
yeah, if you tuned into the Joe and Joe Show, they get all political and stuff like that, and I turn them off. Well, you know what? We're taking a break from the BS. We're taking a break from the politics. Yeah, we're going to talk Venezuela, and we're going to talk a little, Joe
Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden. And Jesse Smollett. We got to hit Smollett. We got to hit that fool.
Jesse. Anyway, we're going to do that.
All right, so stay tuned, everybody. We're glad you're listening. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe.
Hit the bell. Hit the little bell icon so you get notifications.
Email us.
But hit the bell icon so you get notifications when we post a new show. It's the new Joe and Joe show, dude. Why haven't you heard about us already?
That's it. We're worldwide.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff, eh?
Out, man.
That's Microlith. That's off the CPU label, dude. A very big label, like Rock and Electro now.
Gosh almighty, that was great. Anyway, back to the Final Four. You got two teams that have never been in the Final Four, the Auburn Tigers and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Go Texas T. You have Michigan State Spartans, who beat LSU, and then put Zion back to where he needed to be. And then you have Virginia Cavaliers, who are well coached, played real well. So I really think that Michigan State is going to take all the marbles with Tom Izzo's savvy.
Yeah, I saw Michigan State play against whatever team they blanked before they played LSU. I saw them play against LSU, and LSU had a good team. If you watch the Joe and Joe show or listen to the Joe and Joe show, you know LSU had a good team.
That's
right. It's the best team money can buy. And now Tom Izzo and them beat them like they weren't even anything. Now, granted, if LSU would have had their coach, it would have been a different story. But the way they beat Duke the other night in convincing fashion, well, I don't know. I was watching most of the game, and then I was outside and stuff like that. They had them all the way, and don't get me wrong. But I tell you who the team to beat is. And you gonna frown at me and laugh at me? Here it is, Auburn Tigers.
That's it. If they can shoot those threes. But, LSU had a great season. And now it's all up in the air, what they're going to do with Wade, who's staying, who's going, who's turning pro, this and that. And I really think if Wade goes, LSU basketball is probably going to be stagnant for the next couple of years again.
No. They ain't had a team in 10 years. It'll be 20, what are we in, 2019? 2020, 28, 29.
To reload.
Till we get another team over here. And I'll say we. I'm talking about Baton Rouge because I don't care about college basketball. If Oklahoma's not doing anything, I don't care. I don't even care about Kansas.
All right. Don't be too biased. Who do you think is going to win the World Series in Major League Baseball?
Oh, the Toronto Blue Jays.
They got a chance like everybody else, but I really think at the end it's going to be possibly the Dodgers and the Stros, or possibly the Dodgers and the Red Sox.
Oh, wait. Here it is. I'm going out on a limb. The Montreal Expos.
Yeah, they may come back and get a run. But anyway, chasing the Dodgers in the National League are the Cubs, the Cards, the Brewers and the Phillies, and the Mets. And for the first weekend of baseball, there's been some records already trying to be attempted or broken already. And there's a lot of home runs going yard. But in the American League, I think the Stros are going to be dominant with Boston Red Sox. It's always hard to repeat. Plus, you have the Indians and the Yanks going to try. The Yanks are loaded.
I wonder if that girl goes out with one of the Yankees.
There you go. Anyway, for the Yankees, I really think that they may be the dark horse with all that power hitting they have. But anyway, college football, spring.
Dude, I can't wait. I cannot wait for college football. It's been long enough. Realize that football season is the shortest season out of all the sports.
Right. I mean,
like the major sports. Well,
major sports or whatever. I think
I'm not talking like gymnastics.
Play, they should play year round. I mean, that's the way we look at it.
No,
you have to wait.
You gotta have an off
wait.
season.
I know.
These dudes are getting beat up. They're getting hurt. You know, you gotta have an off season. There's recruiting going on. These coaches are changing positions, stuff like that. You can't have year round football.
But anyway,
as much as I would like it,
we wanted to look at the spring practices of the 4 finalists in last year's CFB. Clemson has a lot to work on. Their defensive players, almost all of them went NFL, so to speak, but they still have Trevor Lawrence, that prototype hybrid, super terrific quarterback, 6'5", can throw it. He's the next Tom Brady when he gets to that level, if you ask me. Alabama, what can you say? They always reload. They lost a few people on defense. They lost a few on offense. They have to rebuild that offensive line, but they still have Tua.
Yeah, Alabama.
And that weak schedule they always have.
Hey, Phyllis, I hate to say it, but the dynasty's over.
But they have to play LSU in Alabama.
In Alabama, yeah. That's a win. You could go and put the W on that one right now.
And OU recruited, ranked nationally number 6. They have recruited in the transfer portal Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts. It's good to see Hurts there. You know, Alabama, they had like a big old, you know, and this is how much they loved him. They had like a big old a video saying, "We love you, Hurts. Good luck."
That's it.
When's the last time they did that for anybody?
A class
that
act.
was transferring to another school that could potentially beat them in the playoffs.
A class act with all that offensive firepower they got, but they got just one returning offensive lineman coming back, Creed Humphrey. Their whole offensive line went pro. And they're losing those guys. So defensively, that's what we need to talk about on the flip side of this 5-minute segment. What the Sooners are going to do there, and we're going to look at Notre Dame. Don't forget Notre Dame was in the CFP.
I don't care about Notre Dame. So
not too many people do.
We'll be back on the Joe and Joe Show, everybody. Hit us up, hit that bell icon, subscribe, like us. See you in a little bit.
That's it. Okay. Wow. I could do some yoga to that, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, getting back to the CFP spring football, 120 schools are out there probably doing it. I wanted to talk about Notre Dame. Notre Dame has the least productivity coming back of their 16 starters.
Yeah, you can pretty much kiss them goodbye.
Coming back.
Yeah, they're done.
I don't know if they'll get in the CFP this year. But LSU Tigers, who finished 5th in recruiting nationally, have a lot coming back. Defensively, Coach Dave Aranda will get them together. They'll be tough again, even though they lost Greedy and Devin White. But LSU offense got a new shot in the arm, so to speak, with Joe Brady, offensive assistant coordinator there at the New Orleans Saints, who, what the Saints had, Breeze and all those offensive stalwarts they had. But
wait, so it's a former Saints coach from last season?
Right, yeah, from last season. They got him. His name is Joe Brady, and he said the run-pass option is going to be good. But I tell you what, the Tigers are going to be good with the quarterback, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's for real, dude.
And all the receiving core is coming back.
All the teams that slept on him, even Ohio State. Now, Ohio State is a team that's just spoiled with talent riches. Don't get me wrong. But all the teams that slept on Joe Burrow, dude, come on.
But I think that LSU is going to have a great season, and I think they're only going to run into trouble when they get into the state of Alabama. I believe they have to go to Auburn and Alabama. So figure it out. I mean, if you're a diehard Tiger fan, I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, but that's what it is. But anyway.
What was the rumble? What was the rally in the Valley? That was 2 years ago. I think Auburn comes here this year.
Oh, okay.
There's no way. I know this, because the rally in the Valley was 2017. 2018, they went to Auburn.
Okay,
and now 2019, unless they're on some weird, like, Big 12, like, schedule, like where they have to play the team 2 years in a row at their home.
Like those OK State Cowboys have to go to Stillwater twice in a row.
Twice in a row, yeah.
Anyway, those Texas Longhorns, who recruited nationally, ranked number 3, in 24/7 Sports, they'll have their quarterback back. They lost 8 starters on defense.
Ellinger.
Yeah, They lost 8 starters on defense.
Yeah, and didn't they lose
Go Tigers.
Lil Jordan Humphreys and
they lost Little Humphreys. They lost the other guy, Johnson. And
Johnson.
Their running backs are I don't even.
Didn't they lose their running back too?
No, I think they got one coming back.
I ran into a Texas fan the other day, and I said, bro, I ain't worried about y'all this year. Now, last year was a different story, but I ain't worried about y'all.
Well, you never know. I know what you're alluding to there. The Red River rivalry.
Yeah, and I'm not going
weekend
again.
Game. Yep, we'll go one day. But anyway, that's what we got so far on the CFP spring football. All the spring games will be here within the next couple of weeks. They don't ever show anything during the spring. In spring games, they just out there going, concreting their offense, their defense, see who wants to get it.
They're running scripted plays, and even the defense knows what the plays are, but it's good to see who the actual playmakers are.
Well, if we want to go another minute, we got to look at OU's defensive coordinator, Alex Grinch, who came from Ohio State, who's already told a couple of the guys on the defensive unit, which is deplorable, to say the least, for OU, you better get with it or you'll be sitting down. And he's going to bring a lot to the table. He's a great defensive coach, coordinator. He's been around Washington State.
He's got some good assistants under him, too.
Ohio State.
I've been watching the feed from the OU football because, of course, I watch OU football on Instagram. So it's like I've been watching some of the feed, and yeah, they're not slacking. And you know what I like to see, and that I haven't seen in a little while? Like, they're playing on the man. They're playing on the man. Like, they snap the ball. No, wait. They snap the ball, and the DBs are, like, all up on the receivers. See, OU in the past couple of years ain't been doing that.
No, and now he's got 11 hats on the ball, as you see Clemson and Alabama and LSU do that unmercifully. I mean, there's 11 hats wherever that ball is, and that's what's needed up there in Norman. But anyway, so much for college football. I don't want to forget our Cannabis Minute. We got Venezuela. Why can't I ever say that? I'm always
you're thinking of Fernando Valenzuela. Yeah.
It's Venezuela.
Yeah,
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
They changed his name to Valens. Now, who was that?
Richie Valens, yeah. Look, if you had...
He was Valenzuela. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going to get to that socialist diatribe bull crap going over there, down there in South America.
Yeah, and don't forget... And the Joe and Joe Show, if you've been listening to the Joe and Joe Show, dude, we've been telling you about this. That's one thing I wanted to tell you, Joe. That's one thing I wanted to tell you, okay? I saw on Fox Business the other day, Fox Business, a Latino woman up there with her Latino accent talking about stuff we had already covered a month ago on the Joe and Joe Show.
That's it.
On the Joe and Dude.
That's it.
Listen.
Spanning the globe.
If you think we're full of BS and we're not telling you the truth, then, dude, I don't know what to tell you.
We're researching.
We are telling you the news before it even happens.
That's it. And we want to say one more plug for Joe Biden, Democratic presidential hopeful. Joe, don't get too close to these gals. That's called sexual harassment.
Yeah, Joe, don't do that, Joe. But it's Crazy Joe. He's
That's
CFR.
Crazy Joe.
He's
That's right.
CFR8 from way back, and we've covered. Here we go. We've covered this again on the Joe and Joe Show. Okay, Crazy Joe Biden is a CFR8 from way. Remember the whole Clarence Thomas thing?
Yep.
Do you remember the whole Clarence Thomas thing? And guess who was up there grilling Clarence Thomas and making it? Joe Biden. Joe Biden. We know who you are, Joe. You're CFR. You're a racist from way back. You're not fooling the Joe and Joe Show.
That's it. And we want to don't forget that other J, Jussie Smollett, who last week got off scot-free.
Yeah, I have no words for it. Let's let the smoke clear here because it's not over. Now the feds are going to investigate the whole thing. They're investigating that Kim Fox
the
lady,
FBI,
the prosecutor.
You know how they
from
work.
Baton Rouge, from the prosecutor from Chicago. But you know what? Rahm Emanuel gets on TV and fakes it. He's not any better.
He don't
believe
care.
Rahm Emanuel. No, Rahm Emanuel's a plant. Rahm Emanuel's one of the Obama type clique. Hey, look, we're going to be back on the Joe and Joe Show. Please don't go anywhere. We're finally going to get into the meat and potatoes about the marijuana minute of Venezuela.
That's it.
And we'll
it's
hit
cannabis.
A couple of things.
It's not marijuana.
Cannabis. Sorry, the cannabis minute. We'll see you in a little bit.
We'll be right back. Okay, whoever that was, we might have to keep that one going.
Yeah, those dudes are actually from Greece, believe it or not. I forget their name. I think it was, I have to look. I'm going to post a link for all the music in our description of the stuff.
That's it. Now,
because YouTube's going to do it anyway.
To the Cannabis Minute with a lot of news coming out of Texas.
Yeah, dude, I saw Texas, actually, if I'm not mistaken, Joe, help me out here with the notes. The state Senate had it in committee for the and to send to a vote to the largest, was it the House or the Senate? Texas Senate or the Texas House?
The Senate.
So the Texas Senate to vote
decriminalize.
On whether or not, to decriminalize cannabis use in Texas. So that means if you got pulled over, for like less than an ounce,
right?
Like you were good, they'd write you they write you a citation
for
and in
$250.
It'd be like $250 fine or something like that. But for the most part, dude, you ain't going to jail. You know why? The jails are already overcrowded. The jails are already overcrowded.
49,000 arrests last year for marijuana possession. The three biggest counties, Travis, San Antonio, Austin,
Bear,
San Antonio, Harris, Houston,
they're
are
all
for
opposing
decriminalization of it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Those are for decriminalization, and then you got a whole bunch of other counties that are all like opposing it. You know why? Because that's the end of their money. That's the end of their revenue. They've been locking people up and dragging people into court for years and years and years. because of marijuana-related possessions, and now that's all ending for them, and they don't like it one single solitary bit.
Most of the biggest Texas police commissions are against it. Naturally, they're urging their congressmen to vote against it.
Look, here it is, Joe.
It's going for vote.
Look, and we've covered this on the Joe and Joe Show. Look, so you better get them boys out there, and you better tell them to support that anti-marijuana legislation, because it's gonna hurt in our taxes and our revenues for the city and the state, and these local governments. And
it's going to lead to other drugs and black market.
Hey, dummy. And marijuana being illegal hasn't led to other drugs. Hello. First of all, they sell alcohol, which is a scourge of the earth, at the store. Okay, at every store you walk, and we've covered this over, dude. I can't even believe I'm talking about this with these. Cover this on the Joe and Joe Show.
That's it before.
And so now you got all these opiates and stuff taking over. Don't act like that's the gateway drug. First of all, the gateway drug is.
They need to talk to Willie and find out what it does to them.
Yeah, the gateway drug is sugar. The gateway drug is sugar, and then the other gateway drug after that is alcohol, and then that's it. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go after sugar like you do everything else? No, you're not going to do that, because let's just not get into that. So you're not going to go after sugar, and you're not going to go after alcohol. So what are you going to go after? To make your money, the revenues and stuff like that. You're going to go after fucking cannabis.
Years ago, if you got caught with one joint of marijuana, you were sentenced to life in prison. So how the times have changed.
Here in
decriminalize it would be
Texas?
A less burden in the courts, a less burden in the jails, and less than an ounce. But I don't know. It's Bible Belt stuff and Old West stuff that it goes against Florida, Louisiana, Texas. It goes against all the mores and social norms that you're going to legalize another drug besides alcohol and sugar, so to speak. I don't know. I wish them a lot of luck.
Yeah, I wish them lots of luck too.
But anyway, a major topic that we wanted to get to toward the end of the show, we may go over our time limit, a lot of time limit, is Venezuela. I just got a link from an old friend of mine, Jimmy Parker. Hi, Jim. How you doing out there?
Hey, Jimmy.
Best to you and your wife tonight. But anyway, I got a link showing that there was tons of paper in the streets, on the curbs and the gutters of Venezuela, and it's money. Money's no good in Venezuela. They're out of electricity. They're out of food. They're out of gas. Money can't get you anything. And that's what socialism has brought that country to the brink of.
That's it.
Supreme failure, if you ask me.
That's
and if we are apathetic about it here in the United States with these New Deal Democrats, same thing could happen here, but they won't take my wallet or my choices away from me. They'll have to pull my cold fingers off of it, so to speak. I don't know what that cliche is, but what do you think?
First things first, the Green New Deal is not about helping anybody. It's about controlling everybody.
And somebody's going to be controlling it and getting rich off of it.
That's right. And so it's okay for when you drive your car to work or when you make a hamburger, like every time you put an emission out, you're going to be taxed for it? Does that sound fair?
And I love to make hamburgers. What are we having tonight, love?
No hamburgers.
Pasta?
That's not the point.
Oh, I like hamburgers.
So they're going to stick a little thing on your car to where you're going to drive to work. And at the end of the year, they're going to be like, oh, what does your reading say? And you're going to be like, 1,575 miles on just riding to work. And be like, well, you owe us $585.
That's it.
That's what they're going to do.
That's it.
That's what they're going to do. So we can go ahead and stop this now.
Let me get you a money machine.
We can go ahead and stop this now. or you can pay, or your kids will be paying for it later, and you'll be all old, and they'll be like, well, and then their parents, like your kids will be like, Daddy, why didn't you do something?
Okay.
And then you'll be like, well, I didn't know. No. My kid's not going to say that to me.
That's it.
Because he's going to be like, Daddy, why didn't you do something? And be like, baby, I did something. I tried.
You hit the nail.
I tried.
You hit the nail on the head, little Joe. Your kid, your child, the children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. I don't want that to happen. But anyway, we strayed to that for sure, and it's a big topic. But Venezuela.
Yeah, look, real quick. We're up against the break, Joe. 100 Russian advisors on the ground. You know, there was
a Chinese destroyer.
Listen, there was
destroyer.
There was pictures of Bolton. There was pictures of Bolton being photographed outside the West Wing or whatever, talking about 5,000 troops on the ground. You know, U.S. troops on the ground. Look, we're in Colombia. We're in Brazil. We're in all of those nations surrounding Venezuela. We could put a military blockade.
Nicaragua. We went over there and did what we had to do.
We can put a blockade against China, Russia. I'm going to go out on a limb here, Joe. You could poo-poo this all you want, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is all a ruse by the military-industrial complex. Hold up. And Putin and everybody is all in on it, and they're going to start a war in Venezuela so they can make a lot of money. All the rich oligarchies all over the planet can get rich, and they'll be laughing at us the whole time while your sons and daughters are dying in Venezuela.
All right, we'll be back after the break,
Bye.
and I'm going to retort on that, little Joe. Okay, coming back at you. I just wanted to say on that last Venezuela.
Yes, please elaborate.
Update. I believe it's all for show, like you said earlier about Putin, whatever. And there's a Chinese destroyer off the coast of Venezuela also.
Me Chinese, me
They
play
don't want
joke.
a war. They just want a show, and they just want to get us involved and stretch us thin.
They just want to put pee-pee in your Coke.
Morrow is blaming us for everything over there under the sun, so we just need to see what's going on and hope that we can help them out some kind of way. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that until they get a stalemate. But Trump said him and Putin are going to meet on that. So there you go.
Yeah, I could see that and them like divvying up, Venezuela. But I just, man, in Venezuela, too mineral rich, it's too oil rich. There's too many players in the game.
Yeah.
Turkey is even involved. Dude, who is Turkey?
Yeah,
at this
there's
point?
50 other countries that are
Who
siding
is
with
Turkey?
the
But
U.S.
you have to understand. But Turkey is
clear that
controlled.
stuff up.
Turkey is controlled by Russia.
Yeah.
Always has and always will be, because they're that gateway to the European. To that European like little peninsula. What is that? The Black Sea? Turkey's in the what? The Black Sea? No,
I think so.
No.
Wait. Geographically check that.
It's the Black. No. The Bosphorus. The Bosphorus. That's what it is.
Wow.
Russia has to export their oil out of the Bosphorus, if I'm not mistaken. And Turkey makes that happen because that's actually Turkey's land. Now, listen. If you're listening to the Joe and Joe show, please chime in and be like, "Oh, Joe and Joe, you're lying." But as far as I know, it's Turkey that controls the Bosphorus, and that's why Russia needs Turkey, because they control the Bosphorus. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's the Bosphorus Strait. The Bosphorus, Bosphorus, Bosphorus Strait. Now, go look it up. Now, you have your homework.
Okay,
go ahead.
Excuse me, little Joe, I think I lost my video, but that's all right. That's all right.
It doesn't matter. Now we're rolling. Now we're rolling. One video covers all.
That's it. I've had my 33 minutes of fame right there on being on YouTube again. But listen, it's been a great show.
Yeah, it's been a great show.
And I hope you've had a real good April Fool's.
A real good April Fool's.
Not got pranked like we did today by our granddaughter.
You're just at 15. You're good.
Okay, great. It popped up. But I really think that spring is in the air, and I really think that LSU's going to prove out this year.
Everybody dance around.
Maybe get into the CFP. That's what I'm hoping for. Some a little different blood up in there.
I'm gonna bet at the $1,000 LSU doesn't make it into the CFP in 2019.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that looks like a safe bet. I might give you some odds on that. Maybe 1,000 to 1. But anyway, we've enjoyed coming to you. Maybe hit us up again. Text us. Call us.
Yeah. Look at no. All you have to do subscribe. Hit the subscribe. Hit the bell. Hit the bell notification to where whenever we post a show, you get a note. And just check us out, dude. Like, I'm not going to sit here and beg for your subscription. I talked to a few friends. I talked to a few family, and they hadn't seen the last show. They hadn't got a chance to it. Yeah, I know everybody's busy, and that's a great thing. No, you ain't that busy.
But we take an hour or two out of this time. Little Joe, you got a lot to technically go over this show, number 10.
Yeah, but you know what?
Put it all together.
I do this for us. I do this for the family that actually does. Hey, Kane Taylor, he is a big time supporter.
That's it.
And hey, look, if we're just doing this, if we're just doing this for Kane Taylor, dude, we're gonna keep doing this.
Out of Chicago.
If we keep doing this for a couple of people in Victoria or Dennis Postel in Houston, dude, we're gonna keep doing this.
That's it. We're having fun.
That's it. We're having fun. I'm having a blast. I look forward to this every week.
It. Listen, I want to give a shout out one more time to Lance Corporal.
One more time.
Heath Mendoza, Marine, stationed in Okinawa. Godspeed to you, son. We think about you often. Other than that, you little buckaroos, you know what to do.
That's it.
Say your prayers and drink all your milk. Maybe not in that sequence, but do what you got to do. People be safe.
Yeah, be safe, everybody. See y'all next week. We gonna come to you.
Later. Good night.